All right, welcome to another episode of Summerland Enchantment. Year is kind of 500 for a short bit, anyways. Uh, let's go ahead and talk about uh, our gang here in Barrowcrest Manor. We'll start with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I play Owen, and just getting off of my first shift as a princess of the Unseelie Court.
She accidentally did really well by getting a goblin executed. So
Oh man,
props to her.
Avalon Heckler was great.
Rip
He's the best.
Goblin
He's the
Heckler.
best of us.
I know
Was
he's
the best
gone.
of us. Yeah.
He was the best of us.
All right, we'll continue on with Emily.
I'm Emily, and I play Beatrice, and I'm getting off my shift of kind of helping run things.
I mean,
She
she's
didn't really
getting
help
married.
run things, really.
She's getting married.
I don't know if it's gonna be this set. It depends on how quickly we
No.
move.
At some point, she's getting married.
At some point,
She's
hopefully.
We'll probably aim for that to be our next session. I think that would be.
I figured
Yeah.
based on the fact that we were doing winter phase and anything, I was like.
It seems like the right time.
I imagine
to-
she'd wait until Olwen is back at the very least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Late spring, early summer kind of
spring.
thing. Wedding season. All right.
Yeah.
And Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I play Sir Elian the Lost, who is a bit less lost after last session, which was exciting.
It's true.
I didn't fail any hunting rolls, and my faith action went down
And
significantly. Yeah.
speaking of lost, if anyone's lost to what we're playing Pendragon version 5.2. We are we're throwing in all kinds of stuff from version 4 as well, including the magic system and the half fairy system and other stuff too. But it makes it a little more, Pendragon in most editions is just about playing a knight. I think it's cool that they expanded on that with one of the editions to allow the world around that to come around. I guess it's always supported, or mostly supported, playing a lady of the court, but I like the idea of there being more than just that. So that is what we do here. All right. Let's see. That's set up. Yeah, it's good. This person's gone. Okay. All right. So let's dive in. I'm Bob, by the way. If this is your first time, which is probably not. Let's be honest. Let's go ahead and dive in. We begin with a Yule feast. And let's pump up the volume here. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Always hard to find the feast music. Moves on me, I swear. Is this it?
Yes.
There we go. The OG of the feast music. It just sounds like a medieval feast. Okay, so probably don't have you cut over to the right window. Oh, I do. All right, we'll start with your app rolls as we begin the feasting.
Oh.
What happened?
I said oh because it's an app roll.
It's making sure.
No, nothing's wrong. Just that's why.
Oh, buddy.
120 was a good thing. The other 20 was a bad thing. So, well, Olwen, good news is you're above the salt in your own court, which makes a lot of sense. Beatrice, I need another app roll, please.
Yeah. That would be why I said, oh no, Bob. The reason is because my app functions like this. It's still a failure.
You are on the
buddy.
floor.
I'm on the floor. It's been so long. Hello,
Okay.
floor.
Yeah. Okay, let's figure out why. Let's start with a D100 from Emily and another from Nicole.
24.
61.
Remove.
Alexander Nicole's also deciding my fate.
No, I also failed.
Oh, you also failed.
I didn't fumble, but I failed.
You're like, I didn't fail as bad as you, but
Idane thought it best to alleviate some financial pressures before Olwen came back by downsizing the seating for the feast, and making it a local feast only. However, little did she know that many of Olwen's friends and subjects were really eager and excited to hear about her return. And so, much to everyone's surprise, as Olwen returned, there was a large amount of guests, and it would have been very inhospitable to set them aside. So instead, Beatrice got set aside, and so did Sir Elian to some degree, and some of the other knights. So most of the knights, Midodos won't allow himself to be set aside.
Move him. He's too drunk.
Every Bowie, Cadogan,
all on the floor.
I don't know about on the floor. We're gonna do some. They will, however, be either on the floor or below the salt, though, all of them.
Unacceptable.
Let's see. Order left to right. Cadrigan. I think everyone succeeded. So they're all like below the salt. Cadrigan might have critted with that app 12. Yeah. Yep, he has an app 12. So
I have an app 12.
Cadrigan is actually near the salt somehow. He's been invited
Cadrigan
up.
pulled off a feet of
He doesn't know how he got there.
Yeah,
he was never near the salt.
He knows how he got there.
He was prepared to go sit by
I need
Beatrice.
to keep an eye on this one.
Yeah. And then it backfired. So porpoise and peas, fruit and salmon pie, and elderberry divination cake.
Hell yes.
Oh, and I guess the question is Beatrice down on the floor with her new cat?
Ooh.
Yeah, why not? Let's have a giant cat.
Did you name them?
I didn't name the cat. I forgot. I'm so sorry.
I know we were talking about
It's been a
Woo
week.
or something.
No, we're not naming the cat Uwu. I said we're not doing it. It's a no.
It's a fine Welsh name. Yeah.
I need. Where's
It's just all vowels.
Wasn't there? It was like Wulong.
It was
or
pinned
something?
in the Discord like 1,000,000 years ago.
1,000,000 years ago. All right. So we're gonna start another roll. Rebecca, give me a D20.
$12. Look at that. A 12. Wow.
That's fair. Okay. And I'll get a D20 from Emily next.
Alrighty. 4.
Okay. Let me just make sure I understand this.
That's a great omen. And the GM.
Then Bob scares me on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. Figure that out.
Hello?
Okay.
No.
It won't be confusing at all.
Nope.
Hmm.
Okay. We will start with Olin. Let's kick it off. Make it happen.
Oh, all right. Well, I suppose I should check in with Lady Dane and find out what I've missed.
Okay. Courtesy, intrigue. What are you looking for here?
I think,
Light and the typical, or are you trying to dig?
yeah. I'm going for courtesy.
All right. Let's start with the success, and then we'll play it out. But start with the roll. Rather. Hey, success.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're correct.
Didn't want to jinx it.
Sure.
Yep. So you find a Dane with her children. No dogged, of course, yet.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
She looks up. She looks flustered. You can tell she's tired. Maybe another year where dogged wasn't gone might have been easier for her than this year. But she's doing okay. It's less of a... She has like a... confidence he'll return. She's just... stressed.
It's a lot. Yeah. So Owen will take one of the kids, just play around with them as she's talking to Idane. So, how have things been? Have you been well?
Absolutely wonderful. I trust that everything worked as well as one could expect with your...
But the journey was fine. The journey was the least of it. Then I had to sit in court there, and it was honestly awful. Don't like it.
Oh, one sec. Missing something very vital. Something very vital. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
The show... the game will not be able to continue on without it. So I must...
Oh no.
Turns out that we were missing someone very vital from the floor.
Oh, is he back?
Oh,
He was back at the end of with Beatrice in the last scene there. So he's
nice.
And he too is on the floor with Beatrice as well. So,
oh, good.
yeah, because he failed his app. So.
This is so great. Thanks, Bob.
Yep, no problem. I know how much you like him. So.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Maybe he's changed. It's been a while.
No, it was awful.
Right. Well, you're back here now. Let's try to get your mind off of it. Purpose and peace?
Yes. Oh, delightful. Yes, thank you. And would you like to play a game, little one? And she'll ruffle the hair of one of the kids and, take them aside to just get him out of her hair for a bit.
Alrighty. So she says, harvest wasn't the best this year. We'll have to see how everything works out in the winter. I would encourage your subjects to be temperate.
Of course. Thank you for everything that you've done while I've been away. You've done more for this household than I could have ever asked.
You are responsible for raising me up from simple means, woman.
Far be it for me to say, but I think you did that yourself. Found someone who loved you, and that you loved back. It just so happened to be a knight. And
Doesn't always work out so well, though.
well, it did. And I think it was more to do with you than me. This life suits you.
Thank you. You as well.
Of course. Thanks.
Alright. So that is 3 geniality for Owen.
Hell yeah.
Alright. And on to Elian. It is your turn, Nicole.
Yeah. Thinking about what she wants to do. Things are finally starting to taste good and be more fun. So,
You're coming in a bit softer than normal, or is it just me?
I need to put my mic closer.
Okay.
So I'm not in this game. Then I pushed it way back.
Nope, that sounds weird too. Sounds very off a bit. Try again.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, so what did you say? Let's try again.
I'm not sure what she's gonna do. Everything is finally kind of starting to taste better. And things
yeah.
are prettier to her now.
Yep. True.
So everything feels kind of new. I think this is the first feast they had since her Fae passion went down.
True.
So she kind of just wants to really enjoy herself.
All right,
For
let's
what?
see. Why don't you test Indulgent for us? It'd be fun.
Failure.
Okay, let me just see what an Indulgent fail looks like here. One sec. Yeah. Okay. You don't typically take to the drink, which means that you don't have a lot of experience taking to the drink. And today you had just a glass of wine, and maybe went a little over. I'm going to just check here. Okay. One sec. Just gonna reread this part. Sorry. Let's see. Fumble, tempered, or failing. Okay, let's see. I want you to. What do you roll? You roll a failure on indulgent.
The intoxication, it says a failure means you're sober. But she wasn't trying to be intoxicated, so I'm not sure if that mattered.
Yeah. If you above though it says indulge. So when you take an indulge action, if you fumble temperate, which you weren't making temperate, you were making indulgent roll, or fail indulgent, you have overindulge on drink and run the risk of public drunkenness. See drunk as a moose, and then you drunk as a mouse. So we go there. And then the failure table doesn't line up perfectly well. What we're gonna do is give you another indulgent roll. Yeah, another indulgent roll. Let's see. Okay.
I've never succeeded in an indulgent roll.
Right. We're going to simply say, because you failed the indulgent roll, so that put you on this chart. We're gonna simply say, for this round in particular, or for the next round in particular, we're gonna set you as drunk, not roaring drunk, just drunk. So you'll have a +5 next round of flirting or a lustful, recklessness, indulgent, and valorous, and a -5 to everything else, just for one round. So it's sort of like, you know, when your auntie has one wine at a wedding and she gets a little rowdy on the floor. You know, it allows you to cut loose a little bit if you want, that sort of thing. So feel free to play it. You are very much in control. You just have a minus modifier. It's not roaring drunk, which is you're a mess. This is more like an acceptable celebratory drinking that knights and ladies would have done in this, you know, setting. So sound good? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Brandon here? Is that her?
Yeah, I noticed that like a little bit ago. I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
Yes.
What is Brandon's app score?
Not very high.
20.
Nope.
To me.
Yeah, that's fair. 11 actually.
How dare
Y'all remember why Brandon left? Because I do.
Yeah, that's why I was
This
like, I was
isn't
already
gonna
going
be
on my way to.
awkward at all.
I was going to a date, and then I was like, oh no,
Oh,
she's here. I know what my round 2 action's gonna be.
The drama's gonna be your number 2 act. They should add that as a score, just the drama.
So that brings us to Emily for round 1.
Hilariously, I was also going to talk to Dane.
Okay.
But can 2 people talk to her in a round?
No, you could,
Or should I wait one?
I would say save it. Yeah, I'd say
Save it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Rebecca, you really just spoiled my plans because it was you and Dane.
Oh no.
Darn. Oh.
Tough one.
I mean,
It is a tough one.
Leo's here.
Not
Leo. What
I'm
the hell is his name? I keep forgetting his name.
I don't know why you're trying to set me up with people.
Ergie.
Lloyd?
I don't
Lloyd?
know. Lloyd,
The one that like invited Beatrice to go away with him.
Well,
yeah.
In my defense, I don't know you're engaged, so.
Oh, he asked
Yes,
before
you
you left.
do.
I do. Oh,
He asked
Got
before you left.
you.
that's right. That's right.
I think what Beatrice is gonna do is she's going to steal some of Edane's children, and we're going to eat and play games, and it's gonna be great. And that's
Okay.
what she's going to do. It's essentially like
Make a
whatever
temperate
children.
roll.
Yeah. This is gonna go so well. Oh, I clicked it. It's not rolling.
Really?
Yeah.
Try again.
Okay. Oh, no, there it goes. Never mind.
Okay. So do you have temperate ticked already?
No, I do not.
So good news is you get tick temperate, which
Mhm.
is awesome. And you get a temporary geniality before being on the floor steals it away again. But
Ah.
nevertheless
That was mean.
you do have the temperate tick. So
Mhm. You had to
and,
move the geniality there and then take it away, though.
yeah, that's fair. I didn't ever leave my mouse off it.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Chess
yeah,
rules.
indeed. Right. Well, so that is the end of round 1 for us. Just check something here. Okay, that could be hilarious.
Oh.
Elian, as you're sitting there's a servant that offers you, like, at the beginning of the next round kind of thing. They're like, would you like fruit and salmon pie?
Yes, I would.
Okay. And
What's your name? I should know your.
yeah, she looks a little taken aback. She's like, oh, me? Oh, so nice to... My name is Ebro.
Avalon. That's a very pretty name.
Thank you.
What is her apps? Actually, let's not even do that. Just like give her a plus something because I'm drunk.
Okay. She smiles and she's like, she kind of looks like she's gonna say something, but then she wanders away. Not too long after. Like, more like
Nice
someone
to meet
pulls her
you.
attention. Yeah, someone pulls her attention and she's like, she gives you that look like I gotta go, and then like she gets pulled away to go serve something else. Or
Alien
someone else.
just returns to her line.
Okay. Olwyn.
Owen sees Branwyn, and she's gonna go up to her.
Okay. She is below the salt.
You're here.
I am.
How's your serving in Cadwy's court?
I've been assigned my own manor at the border near the two feuding dukedoms. I only visit Cadwy now.
I see. Which manor is that?
The old sheriff's manor.
I see. I see.
You've kept up the place well?
I've had a lot of help from Dane. And Beatrice, of course.
Beatrice helping?
Oh, she helps me. You know I'd be a mess without her.
She says, Castle on the River Bybrook is his name.
How is it with the feuding? Is it a lot?
One might hope that they'll both manage to kill each other. Hopefully at the same
Always there.
time to remove the complication of succession.
Right. And what's your... Are you just there to oversee it? Or are you there to stop it?
I'm not there to be directly involved. The Castle Bybrook is one of Cadwy's outlying manors. And I suppose he just sees it as the best place for the sheriff. She shrugs, like you can tell she has no idea why. Oh, by the way, are you doing intrigue or what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm doing intrigue.
Yep.
You roll that.
Add your 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything new I should be aware of?
Yes. What if I tell you? You promise not to leave immediately?
She
You're not
reaches
gonna
over
like
and
it.
grabs a drink of wine and then slams it.
You're not gonna like it, but I trying to be more honest and not hide things when I feel ashamed of them.
Might as well get out with it. What is it?
Yeah, I sort of got named heir to the Unseelie Court. I have to spend 3 months of my time there every year.
You agreed to?
I felt like I had no choice. I mean, I sort of agreed to get my sister out of danger. And I felt maybe if I was...
The redhead.
The redhead, yes.
The elf.
Yeah.
She was what, in prison? Are we certain that she wasn't simply working with your mother?
I mean, I hadn't seen her for a while, and apparently she was a traitor to the Unseelie just by virtue of being Seelie.
How convenient.
I don't understand any of it, but if I can try and stem the tide of invasions or maybe do some good over there, I feel like I should try.
You know, Olwen, I've met hundreds, if not thousands, of knights. Young, brazen knights with stories of valor that they've been taught. Ready to die with nothing but youth and good intentions behind their actions. But I think you still take the reward for the one who puts themselves in the most danger.
I don't know about that. I've seen you do lots of dangerous things.
I do
But
dangerous things when it's necessary. I'm not so sure we have the same definition of necessary.
I just want to protect the people I love. You know?
She shrugs, and like there's not like a complete, like she doesn't walk off or whatever. This is not angry Branwyn.
Yeah, it's Sandere, Bren.
Yeah. Whether or not that's worse or better is up to you. It's more dismissive Branwyn.
Just Branwyn.
Yeah. She shrugs. She says she nods over to Cadwigan. She's like, "You're still keeping him around, I see."
Oh. There's a lot of things have changed with them, let me tell you. And she smirks over at Beatrice. And maybe waggles her eyes a little bit.
What do you mean?
He's got a crush on someone.
You're kidding, right?
No. I think he's gonna ask her.
I'm gonna roll this too, just to represent exactly what you're working with here for Branwyn.
I'm so stressed by this encounter.
That is so close.
I think he's gonna ask her a question tonight, perhaps. I don't think Beatrice will accept, but we'll see.
You'd support that?
If it's something that Beatrice wants, I don't understand why I should get in the way of it. I mean, if nothing else, marrying a knight, Beatrice would be more powerful. That's what she deserves.
There are a lot of knights around here.
Yeah.
Not all of them murder people and stab them in the back.
I know. Honestly, it's surprising to me that she might consider it, given the history of it all. But he's actually proven himself to be fairly steadfast and surprisingly loyal and honorable. And if you had told me this 10 years ago that that's what it would be, I'd have laughed and said, absolutely not. But time changes people sometimes.
Is this
And
Lady Olwyn talking or Princess Barrow-Val?
It's Olwyn talking, Beatrice's friend, and the person who's seen things happen. People can surprise you.
Lots of things can happen.
And it's not for me to decide who gets to make that choice. And if I told Beatrice no, she'd find a way to do it anyway. She really wanted to.
I think that's the first time you see her not in agreement with you in this whole conversation. She shrugs, and I think with that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. She looks over. Let's see. We don't have that on her sheet. Let's find out what it is. Okay. Oh, now we have it on her sheet, and she looks you had a past intrigue. She looks over at Minotos and kind of squints her eyes for a minute and then just shrugs and says, I shouldn't keep you long, Lady Olin. Please go back to doing the feast thing that you do, the hosting.
Of course. And, you're always welcome to come back and visit whenever. Always lovely to have you around. And she'll curtsy and run off.
She doesn't really respond to that, but then again, she probably wouldn't have even when things were in good terms. So.
Mm-hmm. And Owen knows that, which is why it's just very much like a curtsy and just leaving.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That brings us to Elian. It is your turn, round 2.
Just out of curiosity, how drunk is Minotos?
Ooh, well, he's been better, but sometimes he drops the ball here. So let's.
He's so good. He's so good.
I think last time we saw, he did drop the ball. If I remember correctly.
I'm hoping he does, just so I have a drunk buddy.
It's gonna be your buddy now, huh?
I'm drunk. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh yeah, he's drinking. He's not like completely drunk. He's he's keeping it together, but he's more like where you're at. He's like bubbly and smiley and kind of he draws a lot of attention to himself. More like Big Lebowski kind of drawing attention to himself than anything else. He's in his slippers, no. But he's kind of more like enjoying himself mingling, but he's not like the court premier. He doesn't look dashing. He looks still a mess in a bit.
Elian wants to flirt with someone.
Okay.
It hasn't been forever.
Do you have a person in mind? Is it the servant lady, or did you have someone in mind?
I mean, she doesn't want to chase her down like a crazy person. Or,
well,
like a creep.
Intrigue can make it so that you're not chasing her down. Also, that's what a flirting role is. Like, so if you succeed, nothing bad happens. If you fail, it's not so bad. If you fumble, that's when you look like the creepy person.
Okay, so intrigue and then flirt.
No, I think you can just make a flirt roll +5 because you're drunk. You can also impassion yourself if it matters. I don't know what you do that with.
I don't know what I would impassion it with.
Potentially hospitality, because you're partaking in the feast, not doing anything out of the ordinary. Yeah,
I succeeded.
Okay.
She's having fun. So that's gonna add up to +10, right?
Yes.
It's +5 for.
Yep.
Look at that! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Should I take flirting? Because I only have
did you add you added a +10 to that, right? Yeah. Good.
Yes. Yeah, you absolutely take flirting because it's 3 normally, right? So so you find her, she turns around and she says, "Oh, Sir Knight, would you like more?"
Nicole doesn't know how
she
to
has
flirt.
her food. Yeah, that's fair.
Damn right I want.
It might be more in gestures and stuff than in actual
words. Yeah.
That works. Absolutely. So is there anything in particular you want to say or represent that Elian does in this? I imagine with hospitality, she's very, etiquette is an important part of this, so it doesn't
Yeah.
come off at all in a
Creepy.
crap. Yeah, exactly. Not only not creepy, but it's very above board. It's very, I don't want to say romantic because that's a different skill. Romance is a different skill.
Yeah.
But it's very
She
harmless. Makes the point across pretty easy.
I don't know, Elaine. Is she interested?
Well, the 13, it usually assumes that it worked. Or a crit
Okay.
usually assumes it worked. Yep. Absolutely. So, not only did it sell well, but it's like clear. It's very, very clear to Elian that there's a mutual attraction there.
Okay. She just kind of wants to lay the groundwork to, continuing flirting in the future, I guess.
Yep. Absolutely.
She's got her lust is not the lowest. But it's definitely more of a romance than.
I want you to give me 2 D100 rolls too, please. Okay.
77 and 75.
Okay. Awesome. Well, with that one, you get 2 geniality because you critted. So even though you're below the salt, you get 2. Way to go. That might be like tying Elian's best round ever in a feast. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Probably.
Elian usually comes up short in feast. So.
Not as. I feel bad. Not as bad as Beatrice. What was that?
I knew it was coming. I don't take offense to it.
Yeah. She usually does manage to accumulate some geniality.
That's fair. All right. That brings us to round 2 for Beatrice.
Okay. I want to talk to Edane as per usual.
Yep.
So she's going to kind of let Edane gossip a bit, but she does have a question to ask her at the end.
Give me an intrigue test.
Let's do it. I'd like to point out the fumble counter. I need somebody else to fumble because I'm currently the only fumble on the fumble counter right now. I would like to not be the only one who's done that tonight.
I'd love to create a banner that's like a fumble counter that whoever's like recording them has access to, so you update it and it just refreshes them.
I want to be forever in charge of it.
Be fun to do with glory stuff too.
I'm gonna make little signs that I'm gonna hold up with numbers.
That's so nice. Okay, so you find Edane. You can tell right away that this year's definitely been rough on her, but she's like doing, it's almost like if you were the jealous sort, you'd still be mad because of how composed she is despite that. Like, she manages to keep things together pretty well despite having every reason to make a big deal about her situation. So, she looks up and smiles and says, thanks again for looking after them.
Anytime you want me to. I'm always down to be a bad influence on the children.
Owen
they haven't had sugar.
Fairly well. I don't see any green horns coming out of her head or anything, so that's surprising.
Yeah, she looks mostly okay. I figured she'd fare all right. I wasn't wild about her going alone, but I also didn't go.
Huh.
It's not a fun place to be.
I bet. You're doing okay? Are you, are things formal now?
I was wondering if I could ask your help with something.
Of course.
I need you to help me make a dress.
Of course, I can help.
I figured Olin would as well. Once.
Perhaps Owen's likely busy. Perhaps I can do the initial, prepare the parts, and well, whatever she ended up doing for my dress, it did look fantastic. Or at least I remembered it doing the way it weathered in my closet, though it's like totally different dress. But anyways, I got so many compliments the day of.
I mean, you did look beautiful, so it makes sense.
Just checking out a character just to make sure that there was it was mostly glamour, right? That pulled through that
Oh,
one.
100%.
It was entirely glamour.
Yeah,
Like, everything was in
It was-
pieces.
Yeah.
Nothing was
It was
okay.
awful fabrics just sewed together because Olin was very
awful.
like out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so that looks
session.
terrible in her closet now.
Looks like a crazy person did it.
It does, because she kind of did.
It's true. She says, how are you doing, without Lilo and Hefina? And Morgan, for that matter.
Lost a bit.
Well,
I have to start it all over, which is going to be an interesting thing to do. I was going to do it come spring. I wanted to tackle a few things first.
it seems reasonable. Well, you can only do so much at once, Beatrice. Trying to be too hard on yourself. And remember, you still have family here.
Speaking of that,
your mother tried to kill you.
Yeah, my family's really not the one you model families after. Still, hypothetically, if I needed a maid of honor, I don't think she's told Dane.
Yeah.
I don't think she's told Dane this is actually happening at this point. No, Dane hasn't known this. She didn't tell her the last piece. I gauged how well she could keep it secret, and then it just never came up.
How public Cadogan's thing was with Olwen. Do you remember?
It was when Olwen had walked away.
Okay.
He asked her. Yeah. It wasn't a public one. It was essentially set up that he would do a public proposal later on.
Okay.
But he had to ask her permission first.
So I think she's probably put
She's
two
the
and
rumor
two
mill,
together.
basically.
Yeah. She is a rumor mill. Yeah.
She is the rumor mill.
I think she'd be like, well, I have to say it's about time. It was getting a little tiring watching the two of you dance around each other.
It was tiring doing it.
Is it all... Has he proposed?
He talked to me about it first.
So then it's...
I agreed prior to him asking Olwen. I think he's technically supposed to ask again.
Well, we'll have to send the invitations then, of course. Do you have any
going
distant
to come
relatives?
to it? No. No, I have my father currently in our dungeon and all of you. So the good news is that invitations are very easy to get to people.
We can invite Owen's mother. I'm kidding.
Don't do that to me. Yeah, I'm just hoping my mother doesn't show up. That's the biggest worry at the moment.
We'll have to hope that Dogged returns by then, because if he doesn't, well, I'll likely kill him myself.
If you need help, I'm always willing to lend a hand. Your family.
I know that. I know. Still, it's a lot to ask anyone. But, when you have children with someone, it's easier because it's their responsibility too. It's not your responsibility. It's mine.
I think you should at least, smack him.
At first I thought playfully, but every month that passes... At this point, I think a broom handle will do. We'll see where it goes from there.
I can enchant. I could arguably heal him very quickly. I would just like to say, so you could hit him pretty hard and I could fix it pretty quickly. Unless you want him to feel the long-term effects, in which case I would leave it be.
She ponders playfully. She's like, I'll have to think about that.
I like to believe it was somewhere Dogged's the thing where what is it? Your ear itches because someone's talking about you or something, or you sneeze.
Yeah, Dogged sneezes.
Dogged's
100%.
I'll likely ask Owen as well to be bridesmaids or what have you.
I'm sure.
But other than that, I don't really know anyone else. You all are basically my only friends, so I'm not sure Dogged's not Dogged. I'm not sure Cadogan is really high up in the level of people he's going to have on his side either, so
I'm hurt.
I would say we could invite the Queen and Morgan, but it seems that Morgan will be traveling for a wedding of her own.
I had hoped that Morgan would be here for mine, but it didn't work.
It's unfortunate.
Nimwe's gone too, I think.
Right. Well, perhaps, but she is your sister. We'll have to see that she's back for your wedding.
We can try. She's a Lady of the Lake, though. That's a little more complicated.
Oh, more complicated for a wedding? I don't think so.
I don't think she's supposed to have connections like that. Familial connections. I'm not sure about that, but
I guess we'll just have to change the rules then.
yeah, the ladies already don't like me all that much. I might as well just break the rest of the rules too.
She nods in agreement. See? Now you're thinking. Alright, and I think with that, we'll fade out of round 2. Alright. Back to the top with Olin.
Hooray!
Top of the list.
Top of the list. Huh? Oh, what does Owen want to do? I think Owen is gonna do a dance. Do some dance time.
Alright. Gonna lead a dance?
Yes.
And you are ready.
And I have 6 geniality, right?
Do you? 5, 6. Hold on. Yeah, because you've succeeded
I
but not crit on anything, right?
Correct. Okay, just making sure. I still
Ooh.
failed that.
Not fumble. Not a fumble.
That's not a fumble. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so your dance partners will be a bit more random. So we're just gonna line some people up.
Sure.
See how this goes. Oh, he's a dancer, right?
Yeah. Succeed.
All right, Bowie. Okay. So, I mean, we'll gloss over the Bowie thing because we're not going to do the whole traits of
Yeah.
characters in a moment. But
He'd
Bowie,
first be nice. He's a
Yeah.
little snarky.
right?
He'd be like, "Oh, you're doing so well." Like, "Oh, thank you."
And then you see people you might want to dance with. You see Lady Arian. You see
Mhm.
Minotos, and those unfortunately leave you, and you end up with Emethan here.
Emethan.
Lady Ilwyn.
Uh,
You're doing well, I
uh,
trust.
I think so. Like, looks down at her feet. Trying to, at least.
Oh. I would say you dance well.
Thank you. You're doing quite nicely yourself.
I trust your journey was not without or with too much inconvenience. I heard you were away.
I was away, but I'm back now, and everything's well.
Oh, good. It's good to hear.
Thank you. How have you been?
Oh, I've been great since the last time we talked. So many good and great things happening.
That's vague.
Is it? I didn't mean to be vague. And then, he just kind of stumbles past it. And I think it's kind of ends with the talking kind of fades on his part, anyways.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know about him so far? By the way, out of
I
character.
I don't really remember much that I know about him.
Was he the one who was looking to get married and had eyes on Olwen? Or is that a different one?
I think that was Arthen. So I think Arthen was the one who. I don't know. One of them was the one who
One of them was. I can't remember which one.
sullied the tracks. I don't remember if it was Arthen or Amethan. I think it was Arthen.
I can't find his stupid joke. That's interesting. Weird.
Weird.
I'm just testing something real quick.
He's a mystery.
Ooh, mystery.
Ooh.
Well, we won't try that hard. I'll look it up in between. If he's gonna show up at
Yeah.
feast, we might as well make sure. But yeah, he was. I know where he came in. He came in at Lady Rian's feast. That's where him and a lot of the
Yeah.
nobles.
I think
Also,
it was him, Arthur, and Dylan came in from there.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, that's correct. Those three and Virid.
Weird.
But anyways, Imbithan is not a knight because he has a shield. on the left side.
Alright.
So he is an esquire. After a while, he's like, pleasure speaking with you again. And with that,
Pleasure dancing with you. And boop.
yeah. See how awful he did for dancing.
Watch him crit.
He did
Oh
well.
yeah, he got close.
Yeah. He's not great, but he kept it simple. So it succeeded.
Nice.
Okay.
I
That is
love how no one
still,
can dance.
still 2 geniality just for being above the salt. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Good to be important. Oh, hold on. All right. That brings us to Elian. The drink
Alright.
is wearing off now, of course.
Yeah, I want to draw the feast deck. It feels like a long time since we've done that.
Okay, let me just do a shuffle real quick. There you go. Yeah, right. When you're ready. Oh. What's your glory right now?
Oh, 3,218.
Oh, look at this. For the first time, food looks good.
Hey.
And out comes, what was it? Elderberry divination cakes.
Hell yeah.
And a knight. Who's gonna be? Who's gonna challenge you? You can take that term loosely.
I should have drawn 2 cards. Where's this?
What's your geniality? Or
I
sorry,
think
glory?
that
Over 3,000.
they're in your hand, I think. There's a number 2 above your
Oh yeah.
person.
Oh, there we are.
Can you pull it in?
No, I can't see it.
I don't know how to access your hand. You can try.
How do you access?
Just pull a different card. I think that's fine. Drag and drop it. There you go. Oh, look at that.
Oh, postcard.
Oh, these are both very fitting for what I've done.
It's true. So typically the host card is the mandatory one. Given it's the very end of the feast, and we've already done some stuff with thematics, I would be okay with you having a choice for which one you do. The problem is the person you're conversing with was not an important lady. The servant. Important being the word.
Yeah. Who is an important lady here? Other than a Dane who is married.
Exactly. It'd be a lot more interesting if this was pulled in round 1. Then we could do something.
I know.
You know what? We're just gonna bury this card. Pull again. Since you got one still in your hand there. Wish we could pull that one out of your hand. Do you see over your name? Do you see the number 2 over your name? Down in the bottom left?
Oh, that's where.
Yeah. Try clicking that, see if you can do anything with it. Hey.
Medium.
And then you've got one more in your hand too.
Oh, I don't know why.
We're gonna go with Lady in Distress. Okay. I would be comfortable too with the lady in distress being a servant. Like I don't think it has to be. That one doesn't say it's an important lady. So your choice. Those are the two. This lady in distress could be the servant. I'd be comfortable.
Yeah,
with.
let's do the second.
All right.
Just because I'm just better at courtesy.
Courtesy roll, you get to add +2.
Success.
Nice.
All right. So success is the lady's grateful. Let's see who the knight is. Let's make a random knight. Elhirn. I haven't seen that name before. Current setting. Interesting. Okay. So this knight is kind of, he's getting in a position where he's sort of like, she hands him the divination cake and he like holds her hand and she like tries to get away and he's like still, he's not like grabbing her, but he's like holding her fingers, like, he's grabbing her, but he's not being like real violent with it. He's just being kind of creepy. What does it look like as Elian? It looks like you got a success, so you don't end up in a duel type state. How does she do this in a courtesy way? What does this look like?
She's just kind of gonna subtly kind of move between them and try and engage him in talking to her, so he loses focus on the serving girl.
Okay. He's a little drunk, you can tell. And he like looks up at you and he's like, hmm? And there's like a sizing you up kind of thing because of the way you inserted yourself. What do you say? What do you say to change the topic?
Sir Knight, I haven't met you here before, I don't think. Where have you come from?
You haven't, but I'm from here.
I'm not originally from here. Perhaps that is why.
Well, you're here now. Do you serve the new lady?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. I see you served the Lord of this manor years ago.
And you've chosen not to serve the lady now?
Well, not so much. You see, he's taken captive from a Salisbury knight. He's just recently pardoned and released.
Salisbury is quite a lot of trouble, isn't it?
Do you know Sir Derwin about?
Does she know Sir Derwin?
If you know, you know. Nope. Ah, well. It's worth a try.
I'm afraid there aren't many knights with us at the moment.
You don't say? So, this new lady, is she looking for knights then?
To my understanding, yes. She's a good lady to serve.
It's good to hear. The old lord used to make a big deal about staying off the streets during Samhain and, the whole Barrow Vale thing. Complicated.
She's actually been involved in fixing that, so it's no longer an issue.
Oh. Look what a new ruler can do. Fresh blood. To be honest, he was a bit stuffy for my liking, but a good lord nonetheless. If only he would have. Well, I'm sure it's
There's a lot
no
of
bother
words.
about his wife, but I was quite distraught when I was held captive and never ransomed back to the house.
I'm afraid I never met either the Lord or Lady Gwynedd. There's certainly many words I would use to describe Olwen, but stuffy is not one of them.
That's good. I can tell from here, I suppose.
And for what it's worth, she's made a point to always ransom her knights.
Excellent. I don't wish to sit in a cell again, if possible.
I imagine not.
All right. And yeah, so that by that point, you see that the what's her name? What do we name her?
Eberil.
Eberil is like halfway across the feast hall now, and she whispers like a. As she continues.
Yeah,
Or
Eileen kind of
mouse
gives her a small smile as she goes.
All right, that makes sense. That would make sense for the +1 geniality because it wasn't like this big ego thing. Instead, you totally diffuse the situation. So.
Yeah.
And that is worth 1 geniality. And no duel.
Oh yeah.
No duel. And I might have gotten you another night. Maybe.
We'll see. All right, and that brings us to Beatrice for the end of.
Owen's dance. I'm gonna grab Cadogan and make him dance again because that seems to go well. For our dancing, our collective dancing scores that probably add up to about 4. Seems like a good thing to do at the end of it.
Fair.
Except I don't think Beatrice wants to switch parties. Beatrice was like, I don't like any of these people. She's like, I'll dance with Olwen or Cadogan, and that is it. That is my.
Dane.
Oh yeah, I dance with a Dane. A Dane's not dancing.
Okay, so let's see it. Let's start with the
Oh
roll.
dear sweet lord.
Dance, roll, dance.
I wasn't
Dance, roll.
lying when I said it probably adds up to 4 between me and Cadogan. Oh, that was
So
so
close.
close.
buddy.
That was so close, though.
You didn't trust in the
Only
whole
you
squad.
didn't
almost
have
did.
that one geniality taken away from me.
Yeah, I would get the geniality for it to immediately go away. Can I be almost good?
Yeah.
It's so
fair.
close.
Remember, a
We
failure
almost
isn't like noticeable. It's like
No,
if someone was trying
fumble
to,
it.
if your enemies, let's say Kat or Petra, were trying to pick you apart, it would be really easy for them to do so. But otherwise, by enemies, don't
Yeah,
really-
they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, right. Other than that, though, like no one, you're not drawing negative attention to yourself. That would be a fumble. That'd be
I
like
love.
going over into the cakes and
Yeah. I love the Cat and Petra bullied Edane once.
Mhm.
And now it's like,
And
well,
we
for the
never
rest of your
forgot
life,
it.
You're being punished for the rest of your life. Yeah,
Just
so
take
that's
and roll.
that.
she just wants to dance with Cadogan and then be done.
Okay, I'm gonna see if we gave him a dance score.
I thought we
Sounds good to
did
me.
because he's been made to dance several times now. So if he doesn't have a dance score, I'm surprised.
I don't see one, but it doesn't mean he hasn't danced before. Oh well. Do we remember? Does anyone have any memory if it was higher or
I don't
lower?
think it was very high. I think
I don't think it was great.
I think it was
pretty
better than
bad.
mine, but I have a 2.
Yes.
So
I'll just do this. So what I tend to do is 5 plus 1d2. It's floating, and then if they get really lucky, it's good. Okay, well, no. He's not an
Whoa.
18. That would be...
Whoa.
Yeah.
He's like a fantastic dancer.
No, we could do that, but we've
No.
already established he's not an amazing
We're
Yeah.
both trash, if I remember right.
Oh, but he crits on it.
Oh,
apparently.
damn.
Fritz, he does great.
So, okay. So dance of 6. So
That
he
makes
does
sense.
surprisingly well. And I'll say that his crit makes up for Beatrice's slight failure. So you guys are like, yeah, it's going really well. I think at some point too, with all the rumor buzzing around the two of you, I think at some point a lot of the dance floors step away and sort of circle around it, and you don't really notice until it's happening. And yeah. Let's see here. If you want, because that was a crit, you can opt to pick romance if you want. And you can also... Do you have an amour for Cadogan?
I don't. I have a romance of 0, and I have nothing for Cadogan.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus 6.
See if I remember how to do this.
Okay.
I do.
Hey.
That
Pretty
seems
good.
like it seems like a accurate number, I think, for them. Like, it's not like crazy passion. It's, you know what I mean? It's like 14
Yeah.
seems right. Yeah, so you can write a more Cadogan. So you now have
Cadogan.
another passion. So, yeah.
Owen's gonna try and make eyes at Cadwigan and like give a thumbs up, like now.
Just doing thumbs up.
Now.
Well, he's already
Yeah.
proposed though, right?
Yeah, he's so
He asked Owen permission to propose.
No,
so Owen's
He proposed to
yes.
Beatrice in the forest, right?
yes. So,
Yes.
yeah, he and Beatrice
That
already
was a-
It
agreed
wasn't a
on
good
it.
one, but he did.
It worked, you know.
Yeah.
It was more of a like, well, I guess we should do this then. I was like, yeah, that feels fair.
Yeah. And then he asked permission to ask Beatrice to Owen. So Owen's under the impression that he hasn't asked her yet.
Okay. Gotcha.
He hasn't asked her publicly.
So even if he doesn't think he has to ask
Yeah.
her again, Owen thinks that it needs to happen.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Owen's across the room like,
fortunately, he's pretty good at intrigue, so let's see how this goes.
just Cadogan pick up the signals.
Yeah, okay, he does. So, like after everyone's sitting around waiting, and there's one of the more daft knights is like, what are we waiting for? And his wife like steps on his foot or whatever. Yeah. Ow. And Cadogan's
Everyone knows, and
Yeah.
Elian is just like,
oh god, yeah. Elian's like,
Yeah,
wait, what's
oh,
happening?
Elliot's like, they're doing something.
This is it.
It's a
the grand
ritual for
reveal.
sure.
Now we're gonna learn about the
oh, I
hidden knowledge.
crit my intrigue. She 100% finally figured it out.
Yep, you're clicking now. You see the way they're looking at each other, and you're like, oh no.
You're like, oh.
That's what they've been up to. Okay.
Yep. And I think Cadogan will kind of clear his throat, and since he's in front of a crowd, it'll be a little more like, Beatrice, I've asked the permission of Lady Olwyn first, of course, before I do this. This is where Bob doesn't really know the pagan ritual, and I don't want to like super Christian it
Yeah.
up.
And fasting.
Yeah, it's the hand fasting, right? But what would
Mhm.
a proposal look like? Like, would he get down on a knee? Maybe
Yeah.
still as a knight, he would.
Yeah.
As a knight, he might.
Yeah, I think.
But I don't
we'll
think
take
it's-
a
I mean,
Like-
he's not pagan, was he? Like he came with
Yeah, he was probably born Christian. He has no.
But he's marrying a witch, so.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, obviously, he's not a very religious knight. So.
Yeah. Cadogan's not the person you go to for religious
No.
advice.
He says, He takes a knee and he says, "I would be honored if you would spend the rest of your life with me."
She would say yes.
Yeah. So the crowd's like, "Yeah." Edane's right there in the front. Yeah.
Yeah,
Owen like a bullet like runs out and like hugs Beatrice and like ah.
Yeah, Beatrice is like, this is too much touching.
Like, stop. 3-foot rule. 3-foot rule.
Yeah, please, bubble.
Yeah.
Personal bubble.
Ellion's just gonna kind of clap Cadigan on the shoulder, like, good job. She doesn't know what to do.
Good job, buddy.
Well, how does Elian feel about the conspiracy? Like, she thought they were gonna announce they were members of the Illuminati, and now instead,
Yeah, she was like, they're up to something. And now she's like, oh, that's what it was.
that's what it was. Really?
They were lovers the whole time.
How long has this been going on?
Oh, God.
Oh, Bran would
Explains
watch that.
so
That's
much.
upsetting.
Beatrice, you can have 10 glory because that was done in front of the court.
Should I remove my suspicious?
Yeah, I think it's dead. Eh? It doesn't make sense. Unless you have a good spin on it, I think it's gone.
No, it's gone. She's like, oh.
To be fair, that lasted way longer than I thought it would too. So
Yep.
lasted like a whole year, or 2 years maybe. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the feast. Now, I'm curious for Elian, who was had flirted with, what's her name again? I'll get it.
Eberl.
Eberl. I was almost said Elliewood, but that's another character. Eberl. Is that something you want to turn into a romance? Or an amour, rather. Amour is probably the more direct statement.
Yes, but probably not immediately.
Okay. Okay. So
I should probably add a passion for grief. I should have done that at the beginning.
oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Is that add to your chase? Is that what that would do? You're holding yourself
don't-
back?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So again,
How
I know
would
it's
I-
weird with lustful and chase, but it might be why you're not giving yourself the opportunity to chase somebody.
Go fast.
Yeah. So give me a d6.
Yeah.
3.
You just put grief as a directed trait on chase. So I get a +3 to that. Okay. That will bring us to the end of the feast. We're going to take a very brief break, and then we're going to dive into some winter phase. And then on to 501. Yay.
Woo!
All right, we'll be back very soon.
I got like all the check.
We are here for the winter phase.
Hello.
Hell yeah.
Winter phase.
All right, let's winter the
Winter
winter phase. Do it.
Ooh.
So, experience checks. Let's get those out of the way first. Easy part. Want to have each of you roll? Do you want to do the checks one at a time? I can't remember what we normally do on this one.
I think we normally just do like one person goes through all of them, and the next person goes through all.
All right, let's start with you, Rebecca. Let's.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Just an arbitrary even.
Yeah. Oops.
It's almost like
Modest.
being in charge of a court.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
little less proud.
Come on. Come on. Succeed on this one. Fuck.
She
No more
deserved that one.
reckless.
Let's be
Yep.
real.
I feel like you've gone up. Oh.
Oh.
Check and go up. So it goes up and it stays checked. Or wait.
Yeah, no, that's a fumble. That's
Yeah,
on
it's
a
a
crit, it
crit.
would stay checked.
So
Yeah.
fumble just stays.
Regular failure.
Yeah, regular failure.
Owen's getting all the stuff.
Love family.
Hmm.
You love your family just the same.
Just the same. Yeah.
That's a hard one to get though. 17.
Yeah. Damn.
Except for when you're rolling it, then it's really easy to get 18, 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it goes. Oh, folklore
Cool.
up to 5.
Folklore's up.
You did it. Congratulations.
Hell yeah. Oh!
Ooh, that's a good
Hell
one to crit
yeah.
on.
Hell yeah.
I'm jealous.
I don't think Owen's had this kind of success in
Hey,
an experience
some
check.
magics.
Yeah, no, this is insane. No more sight for you.
No more sight for me. All right. And that's all my checks.
Awesome. On to Emily.
All right, Beatrice is now 27, y'all. All right,
Woo-hoo.
I've got fun ones.
Let's see it.
Oh, I didn't get more selfish. That's surprising.
That's surprising.
All right, proud. Didn't get more proud. I'm gonna be the opposite of Rebecca.
Those aren't
Prudent.
necessarily bad things to. Oh, look at
There we
that.
go.
Ooh.
See, Prudence one that I'll be like, I want that to go up. Actually,
I feel like Beatrice is kind of more cautious, honestly.
I have to balance out Olwen. Temperate.
Oh,
I'm
that-
more
That
temperate.
makes sense. Too.
Nice.
It does. I'm sorry, I'm not nearly as fast at this as
No,
Rebecca
you're
is.
good. You're good.
That's fine.
Alright. This is the one that Bob gave me that I was mad about. Okay, thank God.
Aw, too bad.
Bob really wants me to go to melancholy or madness. I'm not sure which one. Stop, you're not coming up right now. Alright. Ah,
So close.
that was so close. Oop, look at this.
What?
Harold.
Hey,
Can't tell with that
I just
one.
wanted to roll it.
New skill.
New skill, new skill. Hey,
Industry up.
I want to crit on intrigue, like Owen. No. Intrigue is a fickle master. It just decides when it wants to be
It's
nice to
true.
me. Religion, pagan. Oh, come on.
That sucks.
That does suck. I have to lead. I have to be the leader of these things now. Look at that.
One.
One new skill.
Mhm.
I'm still not done. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Trying to
good.
go quick. All right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That means you bring it up to 4 and you leave it ticked.
And then I think that's it. I think I'm done.
You didn't have any sight
Yes.
check?
No?
You should add a sight check for sure.
I should have. Okay.
Actually, yeah. Please stick sight and check it. You went through Morgan's thing.
Ah,
originally,
it doesn't matter.
but we had to try. We had to give it our
You know,
Yeah.
give it a shot.
hmm
But yeah, that's all mine.
All right. Actually, one more. You should have probably had. Oh wait, divination. Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. That made sense.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yep. Okay. That brings us to Nicole. Ooh. You are
What does your
Whoa.
fumble do?
famously generous. Look at that.
And I don't leave it ticked because it's a fumble, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
But generous 16. Merciful 12. Oh, is this this is Alien's British Christian arc right here.
Yep.
That's cool though because of the quest you went on and stuff. Ooh, spiritual 11 too. Not more trusting, but that makes sense for this crew. Especially after the Cadogan and so close
Oh.
to that. So close. It's tough to hit the stuff that's high a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
Nice.
I was like, give me a fumble.
Yeah, right. Or a crit. It was a 50-50.
Oh, buddy.
Coin toss. Hey.
Hey.
13 and tick. Yep. Trust me, you need that. So,
Mhm.
designate.
Wait.
Sword.
Boy,
Sword. I need it.
Ooh.
Oh, my sword still gets to go up.
Hey.
That's big. That's big.
That's what I've decided. I need to level up every time I have an opportunity.
Yep.
That's all of mine.
You should have had a horsemanship test. So go ahead and test that real quick.
I've got to check this one. I am more proud.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Olwyn, you can make a glamour test.
Hey.
Look at that. Alien, did we automatically raise your sight, or were you told you were
Did.
allowed to put a tick in it? Okay, we automatically.
I think it was only like very specific
Yeah, it was a
instances because it's not
Yeah.
like supposed to go up.
I couldn't remember if I gave it a tick though, or if I automatically raised it. I
I
remember
think
that.
we
automatically
automatically raised
one
it.
ticket.
Okay, perfect. All right, well that brings us to the end of experience checks. Everyone's age goes
Woo.
up by 1. No one is 35 plus, so you don't have to worry about anything bad yet. Family survival. Let's see. Is there anyone mundane amongst your family? Yeah, we got Trevelyan, don't we? Trevelyan.
He's not mundane. I'll kill you.
No, we'll leave him. We'll leave him. Weather we rolled during the session, which is 17. Fortune, misfortune event. Good times. 1 sec. Trying to remember how that works. Fortune, misfortune. Yeah, that's okay. So the first thing we do is we roll family events for all 3 of you. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so Rebecca, give us a d20.
Me.
Let's find out a little more about your kin.
$16.
Ooh, family event. Even is table A. Give me a D100. $35. A birth.
What? Melior, you slut.
Roll a D20. Let's find out who had a kid. A cousin. Ooh. We don't know anything about your cousins yet, have we?
I have one cousin that I know that got married in 498. Cousin Seward? Qued of Clarence County.
Clarence? Okay.
They were married in 498.
Well, it looks like they just had a kid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, roll a D6. They had a son. Yeah.
That would be 501 or 500?
500 technically. It's a little weird, I know, but all right, so that brings us to Emily for family event. Please give me a D20 roll.
16.
All right, another family event, table A. Give me a D100.
93.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what that is.
Is that bad? I didn't like that noise.
It just means it's not the generic ones. Disliked by the peasants. Permanent +1 hate landlord while they remain on the manor. So let's see who's disliked by the peasants. You might have had a roll a D20. Be great if it's your dad.
18.
Cousin. I don't know if that makes sense. Roll again.
12.
Okay, your sister, Nimue, is hated by the peasants.
Okay.
Yeah. So when she comes to visit, things don't always go well.
Well, then the peasants can try and fight me. I don't think they're gonna try.
Let's make a note of that. And
Well, I am
try to
also a
remember.
peasant.
Right.
For now.
It's true. Your marriage is going to change that.
That's marry a knight, baby.
Does it change her rank?
Change your
It
status,
changed to Danes.
You'd be considered a noble.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be a noble.
Yeah.
That's
What are you
not
talking
good.
about?
I mean, it's.
Have you met
Why
Beatrice?
not?
You're marrying a household knight, so there are levels. Like you know what I mean. And a former mercenary knight, so it's not like he has like this huge wealth to his name, but it does raise you into the realm of nobility.
I would argue I think I have more money than him.
You'd be considered Lady Beatrice.
Oh God.
Mhm.
You don't have to
say
go by
not
that.
a lady anymore.
Yeah.
Eileen already told her that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Hellion was clairvoyant. Oh God.
So if Nimue is ever kept at your manor, it's a +1 to hate landlord in the future.
Oop.
So
Sorry, Rebecca.
That for me to write down?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if Nimue is ever there, it's like a conditional modifier for the manor. The peasants make it a little harder to. Well, they make it
Just
different.
add it as. Wait.
Right. While Rebecca's doing that, we're gonna
Hey,
get
land.
Nicole to roll a d20. Let's figure out about your family. Family events. Roll a d20.
D20?
Sorry, d100. I meant to say.
45.
45. A marriage.
Ooh,
Let's roll. Let's roll a d20 to find out who this is dealing with.
15.
An uncle or aunt.
You have an
D6.
uncle?
An uncle or an aunt. An aunt. An aunt was wed.
or Mac's mom.
Do you have like a combined familial link now with some of the other players? If I
Mhm.
remember?
You.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to get with
One of
them
their
to
moms.
consult the master list to find out who was single that might not be anymore. Some of those characters might end up on screen at some point. Who knows?
Oh boy.
All right, so those are the family stuff. Now, now we determine if the luck for the manor is good or bad. Give me a sec. Book of Manor. Benefit, I think it's called. Or wait, I know. It's called Calamity. Remember that. There you go. We are in the not good times. Uther, Anarchy, Boy King. Roll a d6, Olwen. If you have a modifier to your fate or something, you can add it. If not, it's just a straight d6.
I don't believe I do.
I don't think you do either. Straight d6 then. Ooh, benefit.
6.
That's a good thing. It's the only one you can roll that's good. So
Hell yeah.
So we do manor luck good. Let me find that. Okay, roll a d100 for us.
$72. Blackbird.
A
in your manor
blackbird
this year?
nests in your manor this year. Minus 1d6 fate, plus 1 luck all year.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that plus 1 luck will apply to the d6 roll next year. We get a d6 plus 1. So less likely to be a calamity next year.
Nice.
Minus 1d6 fate is also good. Get to that. So we're almost done with this stuff. Who's going to be your justice person this time?
Let's have Elian do it.
All right, Elian. Let's see what your night court looks like here. You're dealing with an ordinary tradesman, an impassioned rich farmer who offers you 1 librum to settle for him, involving a knifing, involving adultery, and something about a grandfather.
These are all so weird all the time.
Yeah. So, okay, I got it. Well, let's start with the rolls, I guess, and then I'll spill the beans on it. I got a great one. It's like Judge Judy. I love it. ordinary tradesman and an impassioned rich farmer. Okay, when you're ready, Elian, you may make your just roll. Oh, failure. Oh, failure on their part too, though. So that's a tie. No, you don't have to do arbitrary for this one. It's just a just test. So you rule different. The question. Oh, technically, I'll let you decide, and the arbitrary roll can be your decision. Do you take the 1 librum? So basically, what happens is the rich farmer, clearly, was having some fun with an ordinary tradesman's wife. He was caught in the act. He knifed the tradesman. The tradesman's grandfather wants justice upon the rich farmer. The rich farmer, there's not a lot of evidence that the rich farmer did it, aside from him being rich and the other guy being dead. Rather than pushing on to some big case, he offers you a librum just to settle it as is. He says it's going to be a waste of time anyways. There's no way it's going to be dealt with. What's happened.
I'm going to treat it as a fine.
Okay. All right. Like, here's a
Librum is a lot,
one
right?
librum fine for this peasant's death. Or this commoner's death. I like it. A tie on a failure is 0. So the good news is your fate doesn't go up anymore. That's good. Like, it's just kind of ruled like, yeah, those things happen. Owen, test concern commoners.
Success.
Okay. So your misfortune drops, right? Reduces by 5. Okay. So now we do misfortune versus stewardship, Owen. So when you are ready, you'll roll against me. All right, that is good. So a success on stewardship and a failure on misfortune. You are living richly this year. So you have a +4 librum that you can add to your manor, or sorry, I shouldn't say it that way. Let me take that back. You can choose to live normally, and get 4 librum, or you can live richly and get 0 librum.
I'm gonna choose to live normally, taking Edane's advice to be more temperate.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that brings us through that. Now it's to lifestyle checks. You've already decided that you're going to live normally. So that brings us to horse survival. It's horse time, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, horse time.
We have a very old sumpter named Turnip.
Turnip.
Let's start with the breeding horses stuff. So D6 for each of the horses on a not a 2+, right? We decided it's on a 6 that it happens, right? In this era.
Okay. Well, we only have one horse that is above a 4 right now, or above a 6, and that's Turnip.
You're talking about age. We're doing the horse breeding stuff first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said above a roll for any that were above a 6.
No, we're rolling
Gotcha.
D6 and on a 6, only a 6.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so for chargers, that's no charger.
No
For
charger.
Rouncy. No Rouncy. No soldiers.
And just to check, did you roll for each of the horses?
Oh, no. I just rolled 3 times for each. Okay. Sorry, so that's... Alright, that'll be one of each, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I could I could count those all for chargers.
No, do one of each. You called it
Okay.
before you did it. Yeah.
Alright. And then so I've got 3 more for chargers. So 1 charger.
1 charger, 1 new charger, 1 baby charger. That's good. You want at least 1. Okay. Rouncy.
And I'll have 4 for Rouncies. 1, 2, 3. No new Rouncies. And then 1 more for Sumter.
Oh.
Jesus, Turnip.
Turnip said old
Not
man
just
still
blowing
having
dust.
kids. We call him Ted Turner for a nickname.
Oh no.
So
Ed Turner. Ed Turnip.
Ted Turner.
Turnip.
Okay, so now we got to do the survival. D20 roll on a so D20 roll, but for their you have to subtract -1 to the roll for every year they are over 7. Should we do Turnip Blast for the suspense purposes?
Yes, I want to do Turnip Blast.
I mean, that's the only one that'll be over 7 this year.
Okay, so it's down to Turnip.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
God,
hold on.
Turnip.
There's a natural D20 roll for each though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a straight
Gotcha.
roll.
Yeah, horses are super fun and have all sorts of issues occasionally. It could be like, my stomach's upset. And you're like, well.
All right. So, I'm just going to write this down.
The updates for 6th edition in horses, and it looks like they're going a lot more in depth. That's exciting.
Nice.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. I will note one thing. It's okay. They rolled okay. Every one of these rolls will have a +1 because of the blackbird nest.
Okay.
Yeah. So these can't fail, actually.
Turnip will be.
So now it's Turnip will have a +1 though, minus whatever. What's his age? Like 14? What is he?
He's 15. He's gonna be 16 this year.
1d20 minus 7? Minus 8?
This is frightening. We might lose Turnip.
Roll d20 minus 8.
Yeah. Oh, he survived again.
Hey.
This horse is gonna be like 100. He's gonna outlive your character.
Yeah.
At this point. No, that's crazy.
Turnip.
Turnip has survived once more.
Yes. Aging all these horses. All right. Good God, Turnip.
Right?
Turnip is the actual immortal person in our party.
Right?
Yep.
Forget Cadway, it's Turnip.
Just wait till the commoners start worshipping Turnip instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to experience improvements.
Alright.
So you all get the choice, the 5 skill point pool that you can put in anything lower than 15. Or 1 skill point to raise something 15 or above by 1, or you can raise an attribute or passion by 1.
Raise sword, because I've decided it's going to be a sword.
Okay.
So I get to 20.
fair.
I raise it after getting to 20.
You can. Yep.
I'm just gonna keep raising so.
Like Jaren and
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather die less.
That's fair. What about the
Okay.
rest of y'all?
I did +1 to dispel, +1 to control fairy creature. +1 to horsemanship. +2 to religion pagan.
Alrighty.
Because it wouldn't go up, but I'm gonna make it
You're
anyway.
like, it's gonna happen. Okay.
I'm in charge. I need to know how to do this.
You're not wrong. What about you, Rebecca?
I am.
That good?
Yeah, man. Great. I am probably gonna kind of do a relatively even spread because. Okay, 2 to first aid, bringing it up to 15. And then 1 in awareness, 1 in flirting, and 1 in dance. And that's 5.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. We've made it to 501. That's the exciting point. Now we do glory bonuses and insight bonuses, so make sure that your glory this game gets moved into your total glory. Because remember, glory collects for a whole year, and then at the end of the year, that's when it goes in. And if anyone turned over to a new 1,000 glory this year, they get a bonus. Do any one thing they can raise by 1.
Math time.
I was thinking my glory compared to everybody else's is just hysterical.
Don't worry, you're getting married this year.
I mean,
That probably gives you glory, doesn't it?
and then should I calculate how much insight I got this year too?
I think insight is a different thing, but I think we only got 50.
Oh, I got.
Oh wait, no, you got
50.
550.
I've got many things. I got 500.
Yeah, if your insight flips to another
600.
1,000, you can put that in sight or any talent you can raise by 1.
Where did I have my insight listed?
I recorded it in our Glory Insight tracker.
Yeah, I think I just am not good at remembering
You have
that.
500.
This round is 600.
And 50 somewhere.
No, I got 100 when I think y'all got 50.
Yeah, I know I have that somewhere.
Where are you tracking it on your sheet, Emily?
Oh yeah,
I
you have
had it in
600.
coat of arms, but I clearly haven't been doing a good job of it. But I wrote a date down, which makes me feel better.
Oh, well, I mean, odds are you're not going to flip from 2010 to 3000, probably.
No, I'm double checking.
I think you might have got some, but I don't think you flipped 1000.
Yeah, you
No,
got
not even
600.
close.
So you can factor that in after.
About halfway to 1,000.
All right, we're going to start the next year with some solos, some small vignettes with y'all.
Okay.
And then we're gonna close. So give me a sec here. Just gonna set something up. All right. We're gonna deal with something like each of you is gonna have 2 things to deal with, and we're gonna assess what those things are. We'll start with, I guess, with Olwen. Do you have something urgent or burning that you want to do for mid to late fall, or sorry, mid to late winter, like Imbolc area?
No, just
Okay.
not specifically. No.
Okay. In that case, let's start with the other one. So,
aside from like
we'll
just
carry
the
it.
typical like Trevelyan stuff.
Yeah, we can make Trevelyan your other scenario. Then that works fine.
Okay.
You receive a rider passing through your lands. It's someone. There's actually more than one emissary that pass into your lands this time. You recall Sir Blackwin, the one looking for Sir Jaren previously.
Yeah.
He's back to see you. In addition, there is another knight, Sir Briss. And another knight, Sir Onelwyn.
You better not be.
Right. So you have 3 emissaries. One from the counties of Heartland and Huntland in Logris. You have another emissary from King Pelinor's land of Norgales. And you have a third who is an emissary from Escavalon.
Interesting.
All three are here to see if you're willing, you or your knights are willing to pledge service to what you presume is upcoming battle.
Right.
From the sounds of it, Actually, this is something you would all hear news of because it's so close to your borders. The Estragales, which was from previously separate from Escavalon, it seems that King Nantiliad has conquered the Irish lands of Estragales, and they are now united as one land. He left King Derek in charge as a petty king underneath him, so he didn't overthrow
Derek.
him or he didn't murder him. He
Huh.
left him in place, and it seems that they have an issue they are going to be responding to in the north involving the three Cadlus, mountain men who stirred and are looking to wage war on the people of Wales, of Cambria. So
Ones who killed Emmerich.
yeah, so Escavalon's looking for knights, and so is Norgales, which was Pelinor's lands. Norgales is willing to pay double for any knight that's willing to travel there. So 4 Librum for the year, assuming they come back alive. And then Heartland and Huntland are just standard rates. I assume you're not sending anyone?
Oh, and just like the last time, she'll give the option to her knights and let them decide what they want to do.
Okay. What about Elian? When presented that news, or should we pause on that and
I have roll 20 closed on me. Hang on. I'm going to roll wildly.
okay. While you do, let's check in with Emily and Rebecca. What about Evray and Bowie?
Everybody would stay.
And if Bevray's staying, then Bowie's staying.
Okay.
Reluctantly. 4 Librum sounds really good, but Bevray
Bowie
probably
stays, but
took.
Barry would stay.
Ooh.
Oh.
That was, you weren't
Ooh.
impassioning yourself, you were just testing to see if it
Just testing.
yeah. Yep.
Goodness.
I stay.
I'll give you a tick on Loyalty Lord there. It's low enough.
Hell yeah. Oh, no, it's Elliot.
Okay. And then I'm trying to think who else there would be. Cadwigan wouldn't go, obviously. Brockville. Where did we say Brockville was from? I'm trying to remember. If he was from Glevum or if he was from. I think it was from Glevum. I want to say it was from Glevum.
You would leave me?
I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think anyone's leaving. Dogged probably would if he could.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's missing.
Dog is in enough
yes.
trouble as it is
Yeah.
when he gets back.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in the Dogged house forever.
For a very long time.
He's gonna be in the stables.
He left his wife with toddlers, like an infant and a toddler.
All right. Where did we leave off with the Trevelyan stuff? Trevelyan stuff.
I think the last time we really checked in, it was with Jaren.
Right. And Rickard basically was still stuck on the.
Rickard, I think, left or was going to leave on a pilgrimage to go and find someone for him.
Right. A living saint, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Said that it would be fine.
Yep. We'll.
Owen still likes checking in.
I lost track of that, but we'll definitely have that come up. You know what? It makes sense he would have got waylaid with the war that was happening in Estragales and Escavalon. Turns out it's a little complicated to travel through a war-torn land.
Yeah, who knew?
Okay. So that's unresolved, but you can still check in on him anyways. Why don't you give me a 2D20 or 2D100?
76 and a 28 for a 104.
Okay. Interesting. You come in to like this is like during a time where like the monks are away, like they're traveling. So he's a little, very similar to Olwen. He's left unattended. And you hear him talking. Your brother, it sounds like he's having a conversation. Like when you hear someone having a conversation on a phone, it's kind of like what he's doing. It's like very one-sided, but he sounds like his normal self as he's having this conversation.
Owen pauses as she approaches and hears this conversation, just kind of listens.
Awareness, smell test, awareness.
Smell. Yeah. Oh no, buddy. Bear failure.
Yeah, nothing. Thanks that. He's like, and I just haven't really been able to get over it. Too much time with her,
And I think she'll cock her head at that, like,
are you entering?
He means Mab, right? He means Mab, right? Yeah, and like when she rolls that in her head, and yeah, she'll probably have like a pastry and some water or tea or something.
Before you get too descriptive about what you do, you enter? Is
that
correct?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Give me a recognize roll plus
10. Success.
Okay. You see him sitting in a chair, and he's talking. And he doesn't really notice you enter. The person he's talking to, the item he's talking to, the thing he's talking to, is a corpse. Not any corpse either. It's the corpse of your best friend.
Aww.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not sure what to do about it. He's like, well, I can't just tell everyone. And then with that, he looks confused, and he looks over at you. He's like, Olwen?
Hi. Everything all right?
Yeah, I was just talking to, and then he looks over, and his eyes widen as he looks at the corpse that's sitting across from him, and he kind of like falls back in his chair and starts screeching and sliding backwards.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And she'll like just not even worry about what she has and just put it down and just. It's okay. It's okay. You're alright. You're alright. It's okay.
I thought I was talking to him, but he's dead. He's dead.
It's okay. It's okay. We talk to the dead all the time. Whether it's at a gravesite, whether it's at an altar. Maybe a spirit heard you.
And so, as you look into this situation, he ends up being comforted, but he kind of relapses a bit. You know, it's almost like he relapses a bit into what he was. It's very clear that a grave was dug up and a body was dragged here, and
Yeah, I think as soon as he's talked down and can be led elsewhere, Owen will find somebody to help her take care of it.
Now the question is, are you able to kind of how is Olwen, is she merciful about the fact like this digs up an old wound for you a bit? Are you able to, I mean, obviously he's not in the right mental state, but is there a sense of still being very upset with that, like at him specifically?
No.
Yeah.
No, she's kind of jarred, but she's not gonna take it out on her brother.
Okay.
It's
Roll a
her brother.
d6.
Three.
Okay. You can add that as a directed trait for your brother, forgiving. So when you're rolling forgiving relating to him, that will apply. All right. We're gonna move to Emily real quick. Is there anything urgent that you wanted to address in the early winter or late winter?
I know she wanted to look for acolytes. I think it's more of a just keeping an ear out to see if she hears of anyone
Okay.
that was born with any sort of talent towards it.
Now you don't really have those kind of connections with Beatrice established. How
No.
how would you get eyes and ears out there?
I think she would talk to like a Dane and have a Dane's family. So a Dane's family has connections in the area. Like they've been in the area. They've
Yep.
grown there. Her father was pretty well loved and seems rather famous around common folk. So I think it's the idea of like a Dane's family or like friends of their family kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I will get you to make 2d100 roll real quick.
3? No, that's wrong. 20. 16.
Okay. There was an Irish raid recently on the shoreline, and a whole crowd, like the whole village, was burned to the ground. But there is there's a young girl who survived. She's the only survivor. And give me 2d100 again. I want to check one more thing.
70. 84.
So this is a girl in her teens. And there seems to be some suggestion that some of the villagers who died, she managed to bring back.
Oh. Well,
Temporarily, but
Anna send the word out to bring her to me if possible.
okay.
At least let her know that that's an option.
All right. We'll give her a name. Karen.
Karen, not Karen.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like it.
I hate it.
This is going to be a myth.
Myth.
Hope she doesn't get too miffed.
Oh God, we might have to change that one just for that reason.
I do.
I don't think so. I think
Just to take away Rebecca's puns.
Yeah.
Good luck.
We'll give one more. Ah, no, we have
Rhiannon.
Rhiannon already. Rhiannon.
Yeah. And Rhiannon.
Yeah. I think
That's what
Myth
Horse God's name is, everybody. We've been calling it
Yep.
Horse God this entire time. Horse God's name is Rhiannon, if anyone wanted to know the real name.
All right, so you have an acolyte now.
Okay, cool.
And we'll just check her age. She's 15.
Okay.
It's a little late to be officially learning, but sounds like she's pretty gifted if she managed to, even in a moment of stress, make that happen. So.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so that was the event you were doing. Now let's figure out the event that happens to you. Roll 2d100 one more time.
86. 55. Is it going to give me nightmares like Owens is going to inevitably? Y'all know I don't take the horror stuff well. And it was like, yeah, by the way, there's a body.
Okay. In your visit to Axbridge to clear out Hafina's belongings and bring them back here, when you visit Axbridge, you notice a couple of the locals that you end up interacting with are coughing. And as you start to investigate it, test a first aid.
I should have put points into that when we went through the phase. Oh, I succeeded though.
Okay, you can tick it. Looks like there's a bit of an illness going on in Axbridge.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it seems that a lot of Axbridge is sick, including the Lord of Axbridge.
That's not great.
It's not terribly far from where you guys are, and you also trade with them on a regular basis. So.
Yeah, I would bring that information back real quick.
Okay.
It's like let's address us not getting sick. Especially because we have better resources this year than better than last year. So
all right, so that brings us to Elian. Elian, what is the thing that you, if anything, would want to do in late winter?
She decided against going to Avalon.
Right.
I think we're still working on the defenses for the manor.
Okay.
So a battle rule, maybe?
I think if you're working on the defenses of the manor, battle's kind of more reserved for the actual battle itself.
Yeah.
What I will
I
do
don't
though,
think
I'm
she's
gonna
putting a
I'm gonna
lot.
give you a siege tick. So you probably don't have siege on your sheet. So now you can have a siege of 0 with a tick in.
Oh yeah.
Did I add that to my combat skill?
Yes. Yep. By the way, for Olwyn and stuff, there is Book of Manor. We should get you that in case you want to upgrade your manor with. I don't know what your Libram looks like, but there are things you can do to buff up your manor too.
Cool.
Never a bad idea in Anarchy.
Oh yeah.
All right. And then Nicole, why don't you give me 2 D100? See what happens to you.
$72 and $23.
Okay. Interesting. And I will take 2 more D100. Same roll.
97 and 66.
Okay. Okay. You find while you're traveling on the forest path, you find like a really beautifully crafted gnarled staff. You're not sure what kind of value or what it would be used for. It almost looks like a herder's staff, a shepherd's staff. But it's just you notice it's very like the craftsmanship of this carver must have been something else. It does not trigger any sort of Fae response, though.
I think she might want to try and find who it belongs to and from there who made it.
Okay. You can make a hunting test.
Thank you.
We gotta. I mean, Elian's got to get lost again, right?
Succeeded.
Okay. You find the body of an old man not far by, just off the path. Looks like he's been dead for probably a chunk of the winter. Kind of frozen over, decaying a bit. He's in druidic garbs.
Do I think I recognize it? No.
Looks like an older man. No one you've encountered.
I think she's gonna reach out to the necromancer in the village. By which I mean Beatrice.
With what intent? What are you aiming for? To identify him? Is that what you're thinking?
I like to identify him and figure out what to do about it. She's like, great, there's a druid. It's dead. I don't know what to do with that information.
Okay. Why don't we park that there then? We'll see if you guys, if and when you get to it. Now the question is, are you bringing the body back, and or are you bringing the staff with you?
I was planning on bringing the staff with me. I'm not
trying to dictate one way or the other. Yeah. Are you gonna see to his burial yourself, or?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's okay.
She just doesn't know where Beatrice thinks it should go. She's assuming Beatrice knows where druids want to be buried, or how they want to be put to rest.
Okay, gotcha. All right, we'll resolve that part of it, I think, in the next session. Let's see where that goes. but I think we'll go ahead and wrap there because I'm sure folks are very tired, and we've played a good long session. So almost 3 hours. So let's go ahead and roll through the group. We'll start with our outros with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I played Olwen, and it was a good session. Good session today. Good piece. Got to talk to a lot of people. As always, we hope that you can join our Discord. If you want to get notifications on when we go live, we have games on Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. And if you want to catch up on the backlogs and see all the crazy things that we've gotten up to, we have our socials listed in the chat as well.
Indeed, it's starting to get to be a long game, actually.
Yeah.
There. Awesome. And Emily.
I almost just left myself muted for all of that. Hi, I'm Emily. I played Beatrice. And yeah, that was an awesome session. I don't have all the cool stuff that Rebecca does.
That's good. And Nicole.
I'm Nicole. I played Sir Elian, the Less Lost.
It's true.
Yeah. And I don't have anything to tell you like Rebecca does.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap there. I'm Bob. We run Pendragon, 3 different games. One Tuesday, this one. A game on Friday set in Avalon, aka Wales, and a game in Salisbury, which are the next door neighbors of Summerland. Next door neighbors / kind of rivals in some ways.
Salisbury.
Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm not gonna raid out tonight. It was fun, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.